Imagine your sales calendar packed with calls, every day filled with potential opportunities. Yet as the month ends, the numbers just don't add up. Your closers are busy, but the revenue remains flat. You hear the same complaint over and over. These leads can't pay. It's frustrating to see so much activity without the results to match. You start to wonder, is it the team, the leads, or maybe the offer itself? But often, the real issue lies deeper, in the process that qualifies leads before they ever hit your calendar. Especially in high-ticket sales, this step is critical. Let's break down why. You might be tempted to blame your team, your leads, or even your offer. But in most cases, none of these are the true culprit. The real problem is the process, specifically how you qualify leads before they're booked. At high-ticket price points, this process becomes even more important. It's not just about getting people on the phone, it's about making sure the right people are there. If this step is broken, everything downstream suffers, no matter how skilled your closers or how strong your offer. Let's compare two scenarios. At $47, you don't need to qualify every buyer. Volume covers the waste. But when you're selling offers at $5,000, $10,000, or even $25,000, every unqualified call is real money lost. It's not just the missed sale, it's your closer's time, a valuable calendar slot, and even the data your ad platform uses to find more leads. The stakes are much higher, and the cost of mistakes compounds quickly. One unqualified call doesn't just waste 45 minutes of your closer's time. It also takes up a calendar slot that could have gone to a real buyer. Worse, it teaches your ad pixel to find more people like that unqualified lead, leading to even more wasted calls in the future. When this happens across 30% of your calendar, the damage multiplies. It's not just an annoyance, it's an existential threat to your business's growth and efficiency. Consider this. One operator tracked their calls for a full month and found that 30% of all scheduled calls were with people who simply could not afford the service, even if they wanted to. This was a business generating between $500,000 and $1 million a month. Yet, a third of their sales calendar was dead before the calls even started. That's a huge opportunity cost and a clear sign that something needs to change. Before we dive into what works, let's look at the 5 most common mistakes that keep high-ticket teams stuck. Chances are, you're making at least 2 of these right now. These mistakes can quietly sabotage your results, even if everything else seems to be in place. Recognizing them is the first step toward building a better qualification process. First mistake is asking income questions on your opt-in form. It seems logical. If someone claims to make 6 figures, they should be able to afford your offer. But people often answer these questions in ways that make them look good, not necessarily truthfully. Someone with $80,000 in income and $30,000 in debt will still check the highest box. Plus, these questions increase your cost per form submission, collecting data you can't trust. Second mistake is blaming your closers for low close rates. When 30% of your calls can't pay, your close rate drops, but it looks like a sales problem. The head of sales blames the team blames the leads, and no one pinpoints the real issue. Sometimes, great closers are nearly fired over what's actually a lead quality problem, not a skill issue. Mistake 3 is relying on credit score alone as your qualification threshold. A person can have a high credit score but very little available credit. Credit score shows payment history, but available credit shows what they can actually spend today. Both signals matter. Using just one gives you a false sense of security and can lead to wasted calls. The fourth mistake is having setters manually pre-qualify every lead. These calls are slow and inconsistent and still rely on what the prospect says. Leads who can't afford your offer will often say the right things anyway. This approach adds cost and friction, slows down your process, and doesn't actually solve the qualification problem. Fifth mistake is thinking that more leads will fix your qualification problem. If your close rate is low and a third of your calls can't pay, increasing lead volume just multiplies the waste. Your closers burn out, your ad pixel gets confused, and your cost per acquisition rises. It's better to have fewer, more qualified leads than a flood of unqualified ones. So what does work? It comes down to 2 types of qualification data: intent signals and financial signals. Most teams only use one, but both are essential. Intent signals show that someone wants what you sell and is ready to act. Financial signals confirm they can actually pay. Using both together is the key to effective high-ticket lead qualification. Intent signals include actions like completing a real application, booking and keeping a call, watching your content, and confirming they're the decision maker. These behaviors tell you the lead is genuinely interested and ready to move forward. But intent alone isn't enough. You need to know they can actually pay before investing your team's time. Financial signals are about what the lead can actually spend. This includes verified credit score, available credit, and reported annual income, not just what they type on a form, but what's reported by credit bureaus. These signals give you confidence that the lead can pay, removing the guesswork from your qualification process. Here's the key insight: only leads who have both intent and financial capacity are worth your closer's time. If someone wants to buy but can't pay, you'll never close the deal. If they can pay but aren't interested, they won't show up. The magic happens in the overlap, where both intent and financial signals are confirmed. That's where your focus should be. Let's walk through the 5-phase qualification workflow used by the fastest-growing high-ticket teams. Each phase builds on the last, creating a seamless system that ensures only the best leads reach your closers. This workflow is designed to maximize efficiency, reduce wasted time, and improve close rates across the board. Phase 1 happens the moment a lead opts in. Verified financial data, credit score, available credit, and income is pulled in the background through a soft inquiry with zero impact on their credit. This data lands in your CRM in less than a second, before the lead even finishes reading the confirmation page. It's fast, seamless, and gives you a real foundation for qualification. Phase 2 is automatic routing. Based on the data, qualified leads go straight to your closer's calendar. Borderline leads are routed to a setter who already has their financial profile and can set expectations. Unqualified leads are sent to a downsell offer automatically, so your closers never waste time on calls that won't convert. This keeps your pipeline clean and efficient. In Phase 3, your setters work a targeted list, not a random pile of leads. They see the financial profile before dialing, so they know exactly how to frame the conversation. For borderline leads, the setter can pre-frame the investment amount before booking with a closer. Every call is made with context, eliminating fishing expeditions and wasted effort. Phase 4 is where your closer shines. They review the lead's profile before the call, seeing credit score, available credit, and income. This allows them to tailor their approach. If the lead has 18,000 available on cards, they can lead with a credit card close. If financing is needed, they can frame it proactively. No more surprises at the end of the call. Final phase is the pixel feedback loop. You feed both qualified and disqualified signals back to your ad platforms, like Meta and Google. This sharpens your targeting over time, helping your ads find more real buyers and fewer unqualified leads. As your system learns, your cost per qualified lead drops and your results compound month after month. Teams using this system have seen dramatic improvements. Joey Western's agency doubled their close rate from 25% to over 50% while handling 300 leads a day. Tim Madden eliminated 30% of calendar waste and discovered his average buyer had a 745 credit score. Lindsay V saved a closer she was about to lose, realizing the real issue was lead quality, not skill. As Tim Madden put it, people with good credit have a higher show rate, a higher close rate, and you save a bunch of time. You end up having more meaningful conversations and better results. That's the trifecta every high-ticket sales team should aim for: higher show rates, higher close rates, and more efficient use of everyone's time. If you want the full breakdown, including honest reviews of every method, the 5 mistakes to avoid, the complete 5-phase workflow, and industry-specific thresholds, there's a comprehensive guide available. It covers everything from traditional methods to real client data and routing examples. The link is right below this video for those who want to dive deeper. Stop guessing who can pay. Start knowing before the call. With the right qualification process, you can fill your calendar with real buyers, boost your close rates, and make every sales call count. The system is proven, practical, and ready for you to implement. For more details, visit SimpleCheck.com/qualifying high-ticket leads.